How's it going, everyone? Cut Tracks here. Today we're just going to take a quick look at the Casio F91W, and I need to give another shout out to my man P. Ross from Ross Wristwatch Love for getting me on this Casio journey. Before a couple months ago, these aren't really watches I would have ever bought, but I'm really glad he turned me on to them because I'm enjoying building a collection of them. The watch is 38.2 millimeters wide and only 8.5 millimeters thick and weighs 21 grams. The case, bezel, and the band are all resin. There's water resistance and has about a 7-year battery life. The crystal is also resin, and some of the features are a stopwatch, a daily alarm, hourly time signal, an LED backlight, automatic calendar, and accuracy of plus minus 30 seconds per month. As you can see, the F91W is a very small and light watch, so if you're into watches that have more of a presence on your wrist, this might not be one for you. Now let's talk about some of the history for this watch. It was first introduced in 1989, it was popular for its low price tag and long battery life. As of 2011, annual production of the watch was 3 million units, which makes it the most sold watch in the world. I've been dailying this watch for about a week now, and as someone who usually wears a much heavier watch, it's been a little bit of a change for me, but it hasn't been that bad. One of the hardest things for me to get used to about this watch is actually one of its features, lightweightness. It's an incredibly light watch, and sometimes I feel like I didn't even have a watch on. I have another Casio in my collection, the A158, this one being the Vintage Collection Gold Edition, and I thought it'd feel somewhat similar, even knowing it'd be a little bit lighter, but it was still hard to get used to. The A158 felt like it had so much larger presence on my wrist. Even with the lack of presence on my wrist, I still really enjoyed wearing this watch as a daily. Something interesting about the F91W is that it was declared to be a sign of Al-Qaeda and used in bomb making. It's a very cheap and easy watch to acquire, and it was suggested that the wearer had been trained in explosive making. Another interesting fact about this watch, it's not as dark, is that because of all the counterfeiting, Casio actually implemented a feature where if you hold down the right button for 3 seconds, Casio would be displayed on your screen. I actually discovered this by accident when I was trying to set up the watch for the first time, so I had to go look and figure out how to do it again. I was really surprised by the amount of questions and comments I got from people while I was wearing this watch. I think it's just because they're not really used to seeing a vintage style like that anymore, so it was new and something different that they were wondering about. The only thing that I didn't really like about the watch would have to be the backlight. It has the same single side LED that my A158 does, and while it does work to see the time, it just barely does, and it's still quite difficult if you're in a dark environment. I know this is a very budget watch, and they're trying to stick to the original vintage look, but if they could add an LED to that other side, I feel like it would really light it up to greatly improve the backlight. Overall, I really enjoy wearing this watch. It's nice to have something extra that's just small and light, and I can just throw it on really quick if I'm going somewhere, or just keep it in my bag to have an extra one as a backup. It does look a little bit tiny on my 7.5-inch wrists, so I feel like I'll pass it on to my girlfriend and let her wear it for a while and see what she thinks about it. Thanks for watching my video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.